following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Meanie. Pouts and goes away with the first lot of
I've
gum.
got to take a smension thing out and think for you, and you can't even tell me you call sexy missions going. Some boyfriend you are.
So yeah, I will begin the start of disassembling the evil engine.
Just make sure you do it safely, because this thing's going to be filled with
Great
Ezo.
supervillain device. I'm stealing it.
Yeah, I want to specifically be very
Specifically
careful
to use against the
about the
game.
machine designed to leak EZO. That is probably still have traces of EZO inside.
Tough it up.
Does it in the engine?
Yeah, but this one's designed to leak it.
Just gets his induction straw.
He just no, that's not how it works. But he could be around it. He could get biotics, and then everyone could have biotics except low gain.
I mean, I could throw a bucket of
He
EZO
gets
at
his
you.
kid biotics if he gets pregnant, which he can't do because he refuses to touch anyone.
You don't know his gender. You don't know his gender.
I just said because he refuses to touch.
You don't
anyone.
know his gender. Stop presuming his gender.
All the
Stop,
sins.
stop presuming his gender.
No, I'm refusing to get the joke.
Jesus fuck. The joke is
No.
that he steals sand because he's an Indian.
Oh god. Oh, that I get.
I love that me and Ray used to just call them sand niggers, and then you told me the story. But
That's where that came
all the
from.
Sand.
No, actually, that was before that. They've always been saying nigga.
Yeah, they were, 'cause they were
Can we
the
not?
black people of the Texas.
Because I'm not taking any of this.
No, I've said
I do not have
words.
time to do that. Yeah, but it's a cumulative thing. I'm also really looking forward to the start of D&D where there's specifically a rule against fucking around.
Wait, no, I was going to fuck around as much of that as possible.
That's sleeping around.
Oh.
Penalty game.
I know what you're talking about. No.
And then Tess comes back and takes away the second lot of guns. What was Tiala doing while Tess is at the second ship?
I would have noticed something's wrong with my stock.
You stock what?
Oh, yeah, because they're moving them into the warehouse where I was trying to... Hey, at least I did inventory all of our loot, so that's done.
So in other words, Tiala has seen what's gone on, lets out the biggest sigh, and then starts putting things back the way they...
6 really crap guns we'll never ever use. Categorized.
That's the sound of your teeth grinding, I take it.
Guns that look like Richard Nixon in profile. What the fuck is that?
Yes, that is canon, I've done that. Guns that have... Armors that have names similar to celebrities that need a smack in the mouth.
What is this organization?
Omni-tool upgrades that look nothing like the beans.
Omni-tool upgrades by colour.
By taste.
That one's better. By taste.
Oh no.
These ones taste like citrus. These ones...
Reorganize and disinfect.
No, just burn them. Just burn them.
So yeah, Tess comes and takes away secondary gun, pouts and narrows her eyes at you as she does, and then
And pretend not
throws
to
off.
notice.
Sure are mean for someone who's so heavily armed.
Wait, what?
Mean for somebody who kills for a living.
That is a thing we apparently do. Jesus. When did my fucking role-playing night start to resemble my previous occupations? Jesus. Wait, what?
Killing for a living is like the trend of most role plays.
I mean, yeah, but like I never thought about it that way. That's not cool.
I did once do it.
I'm gonna play an accountant next. I've never been one of them.
What do you mean? There's Power Corps who are superheroes, and they actually never.
You are super.
Look. By the standards of a certain era of comics, you are still superhero-ish.
We flop in and out.
Oh my fucking god!
Can I have that as a soundbite?
I'm not going to get it.
But I'll make it myself when
An
I.
hour and
I'll make it
57
myself
odd.
when I
If
listen
you
to
just
those.
write down it's an hour and 57 odd, and I'll do about it in part 3. Yeah. Well, part 5 it will be because I'm just going to tack this onto the end of the last one.
I just flipping it out. I just.
I'm an incredibly dense moron.
God, yeah, just listen to the Sphero.
Sphero. One we carried on in the
I love that.
That's good. I'm going.
So when I was first joining D&D, I started listening to the notes about there. It was like one of the first things that I listened to. And I was like, oh my god!
How long did it take you to realise it had been looped?
It took a while. Leslie, what the fuck is going on? Ray, are you having a stroke? Because I had to listen to enough to know that he sort of did that all the time. What the fuck is happening? And then, like, 20 minutes later, he did a little bit. I was like, oh.
I think he was the most looped one out of all of us.
Hell, he kept saying stupid things. Why would you do that to the guy who's recording every word you say and is malicious and a little mad in the sort of lovable Vince McMahon way.
I don't know if I can say lovable about Vince McMahon.
Sorry, lovable dog way. Notice he didn't deny not being able to say that.
And dogs are very lovable.
Yeah, we should have told us this.
He knew what he was saying when he said it. You can tell. He's like, that's going to be taken out of context. They're going to mean rotten. Anyway.
And then in the office, Logan is staring at the Jamaican man.
The very sweaty Jamaican man.
I mean, you can make a. Do you want to make an intimidate?
No, I'm not intimidating him. I'm just...
Aren't you?
Nope.
This
This is entirely up to him.
This is default.
Oh, you're not doing too bad.
Try not to think about Shanksy.
I wasn't dead.
No, I'm not saying that actually.
Okay.
I'm not actually saying that, but you know. Just
The
saying,
ambassador will see you now, sir.
I'll consider it. Stand.
Push chair back.
Put chair back where it was.
Second door on the right.
Thank you very much. Second door on the right.
Come in.
Sorry, duck.
Yes. There is.
Oh, please don't be someone I almost killed.
That narrows it down.
It doesn't.
There's a sort of tan-skinned woman with brownish, light brown hair there. She just stands up when you come in. Ah,
Anyone I know?
Commander Centurious. How much attention do you pay to human politics?
Unless it's down the other end of my scope,
Yeah.
not a lot.
You can make an intelligence roll.
That can't fucking possibly... Okay, it's not. Right. My light is dimmed to the point where it no longer illuminates the die.
Okay, so that's going to end up being 18.
Ambassador someone Goyle.
Ambassador Goyle.
Commander Centurios, please take a seat.
She was in the same diplomatic corps as Crab and Malfoy. I'm not gay.
She sits at her desk, lets you take a seat, and then just leans forward and does this.
Human.
Sorry, our chairs are probably...
I'll just stand.
if you wish.
But they've got art, and I'm very... Sorry. Here's a video and a photograph. The video depicts... It's a still frame of a video. Depicts a Batarian slave, human by race, which we have facially matched to this picture of Raul Robibes San Diego, taken from what colony?
New Miramar.
New Miramar on some time back. Now, normally, when a slave is identified in Citadel space, they're released immediately because they're from Citadel space, right?
I do believe that's the...
However, this man was taken from the Attican Traverse, which, while an Alliance system, and the Alliance are a member of the Council, does not lie within Council space, and therefore this man, who is currently in Solarian space, is not automatically released. I have a problem with this.
Good, I'm also glad we both agree that the Attican Traverse is human space, he says with a slight smirk.
I don't have a problem with that. No,
It's a shithole. Have it.
It's a shithole. You can fucking have it. Well, I think that it's fairly evident that the space immediately surrounding a colony when colonized belongs to those colonizations. Not, we own this, maybe, perhaps sometime in the future.
Like the Batarians.
The only thing humans do to cough awkwardly.
Sometimes.
Anyway, my team and I intend to go and try and get this man released.
Our government would be very grateful.
So, if your government was planning on jumping up and down about the injustice of this disparity in rules on slavery, you could just wait a little bit until we have an opportunity to try and acquire this person.
I'll certainly at least start getting our law team to look through books and information to see if there's any loopholes, but if you could get them out without us having to create a diplomatic incident and without us...
Right.
The council already think we're a little pushy at the moment, so...
Well, we kind of are. I mean...
We're ambitious.
Yeah.
Pushy's just the term people use who don't like it.
Ambitious is the term people use when they don't like the term pushy.
Touché, Commander.
Anyway, I thought you'd like to know.
Of course.
Well,
please congratulate Miss Rodriguez Santiago on my behalf for her
I will absolutely do that.
recent
Ambassador.
award that makes our species proud. I'm sure it'll be a good step to us becoming a member of the council in the near future.
I certainly hope you achieve everything you deserve.
So that's just this strange smile.
I'm going to match that with my own strange smile.
At least it wasn't a surreptitious wink.
That owl!
Is there anything else I can...
No, I didn't. I just wanted to bring this information by. Thank you for making time for me.
Of course. She stands up.
Logan doesn't notice that she did.
She still looks pretty short to me.
Yeah,
At least she's not hot,
not really.
like all humans. That wasn't a sorry.
Be weird that she was tan.
Not really. Tiala's pretty tan. Blue.
Most humans are actually in the Mass Effect setting, or at least
Mixed
Yeah,
babies.
officially they're
Mocha.
sort of like mocha coloured.
yeah.
Not mine though. I made a black guy and 17 white dudes. Actually, they're mostly women, but because the
I made one
Colossus
Asian
armor
guy.
had a-
His name was O'Hara Shepard.
Oh God, you did! And he was dressed in like blue and white, wasn't he?
I don't remember what his.
I
I
remember
didn't
his arm-
finish him
I
because
remember
the
his
Mass
armor.
Effect 3 came out, and
Yeah.
I was just no.
Yeah, that happened to almost all of my characters. Thanks EA, you shits. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave, and on my way back to wherever Rover is, because I have to go personally pass on the ambassador's lengthy, effusive congratulations.
Human said thanks.
I'm gonna contact the sergeant. What's her name? Sergeant Centurious. Well, sorry, that's not her name yet.
So you're absolutely right, Captain Centurious.
Yeah. Oh gosh, she fucking will be by the time that ever happens.
Well, the thing is, the sergeant has this thing that she could have been promoted a number of times.
Yeah,
but
no, she's a
turned
natural
it down.
sergeant. Keep
Because
turning it down.
she's like, I can do more in this position than I can in the positions above.
And then Captain Dentist retires, and she has to step up and train a new sergeant lit, Sergeant Tess. For justice.
Freeze, dirtbag!
Sergeant
I'm
Best.
trying to remember the name of the actress that played Hooks, but I. There used to be this thing where you would get actors to portray characters in movies.
That's not where I thought that was going. Subverted my expectations, sir.
Yeah, and by the Rise of Skywalker rules, that means you instantly love it, right?
Yeah, that has to be good now.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, Captain
Call her.
Centurious. No, that would be my wife.
Tadami.
Yes. Just
Oh, Centurious.
Shouldn't even look at the call.
Can I help?
I just thought you would like the official rundown on what went on.
Oh, of course.
I will give her the efficient bullet points of everything, except I will very clearly not mention one name. But I'll make it really obvious who I'm talking about.
Aha, she says towards the end
But of course, because of an agreement we made, I can say that. Whoever that mysterious person would be.
Of course.
Just so you know.
Disappointing.
Well,
I imagine
made
it's
an-
also for you.
You know, for a while there, I actually thought it was Lassiter's.
Just because he's the one who's been a thorn in your side for actually not a. But
Not that long at all, really,
yes, but he hasn't done anything recently.
that you know of.
Yes.
Actually, I know he has done something recently. It's the reason I was going to go and leave a box of Chockies in his apartment, and I still need to find the time to do that.
You can't. You got to stare at Jamaican people till they feel awkward and sweaty.
It's all I'm good for.
Give him a box of Dextro chocolates and then just one human
No,
one.
perfectly legitimate, good box of chocolates. The point is that he knows I can just go there and do whatever I want, any time I want, and there's nothing he can do about it. It's the reason you leave a horse's head in someone's bed. It's not that you killed the horse, it's that we got this here while you were asleep, and we put this here and you never noticed. We can do this. We have this kind of access. You're fucked. Also, we killed your horse.
Or at the very least, a horse.
It was his.
It was his. It was his like precious favorite prized horse. It was a big sandwich of message. It was so great. There used to be this thing called movies, where a series of
I
images
saw this
would
one
rapidly-
coming.
You were supposed to. That's what you do with movies. You see them.
Most of them suck because they don't defy your expectations.
Damn.
Most of them are astonishingly predictable.
I was expecting a visual media, and that's exactly what I got, damn it.
I can't believe this movie wasn't communicated to me in the medium of smell. Oh wait, some of them do that. Yeah, anyway. Yes, well, unfortunately I won't be able to entertain you in any time in the near future, as we have to go out and free slaves.
That's a good, honest, reliable,
Expands.
what's the word I'm looking for? Noble
Disappointment.
thing to do.
Very Paragon.
DL is making me do it.
Oh, please. Like, you don't want to free slaves yourself.
Well, my plan was to cap the guy and just take them. She wants to offer them money, which just legitimizes their profession further.
Because you're paying for slaves. Yes, that's true.
It was in Baturian space. Go nuts.
Look, I happen to know they get wiped out, so I'm fine.
Insider knowledge.
Insider trading. I'm playing the long 22-year game here.
Ape slaves?
Killing them now would just be a waste of bullets.
And bullets are cheap. They all come out of
Yeah,
the
then
block.
you get like 1,000 shots out of a block of iron, which costs you a penny.
Batarians are just worth less.
Yeah, they're worthless.
Patriots made it back okay, in case you were interested.
Yes, good. Of course I remember who that was. I actually did. So, he was the pilot, right? Okay, good.
We're confident.
I mean, he just woke up again a few hours later and flew his ship back to...
Well, apparently the Turian military is going to redistribute the Ezo we were able to recover.
Yes.
And we have a couple of ships in the docks.
I noticed.
I believe Zardoz and Tess are going to be disassembling their inject Ezo into the atmosphere engine. So if you wanted to actually have a look at that, you've got a limited time.
Oh, you're actually not just removing it, but actually...
I don't know what they're doing with it. I just didn't want to end the ship.
Of course.
It's the only applications I can think of such a thing are inherently sinister.
And yes, deliberately creating Ezo dust in the air above planet and planetary atmosphere in order to...
Kill people in the off chance of creating some
Yes.
kind of horrible human with biotics monster. I mean, Turian.
Well, we did say that he was doing it with Turians.
Yes, yes. Well, off I go.
If he did it on Invictus and a bunch of...
Good
creatures
luck. I
got
hope you get those
violent.
slaves.
Oh, actually, well,
Then it falls
I've
into
got
the
you
jungle.
here.
Yeah,
There
that's
isn't any
freaking-
legal way. A slave taken from a human colony in Attican Traverse would be subject to the Citadel space automated release system if they're in Solarian space right now. Now, I know the Attican Traverse isn't part of Citadel space, but
Correct.
the colony is a human one and a member of the Alliance.
Yes, but the
Who
Alliance
are-
is not yet a member of the Council.
But they are a council race?
Technically...
Can that technically be parlayed in any way that you, with a much higher law stat than I have, be able to work out how we could net 20,
The opposite.
net 1?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
sure,
I said, I
just
don't know
do
why I
it.
said that like a question.
It was going to be a
Wait,
hit.
no, 2. I changed my mind.
Yeah, the opposite of a net 20 is a 4.
It kind of is in our game. This is the least successful you can be because it's not allowed.
Well, there is one way it can be successful, and that is if you happen to be.
That's not the plastic toy.
No, it
That's not
isn't.
the plastic toy at all.
It is not. It is
feel
an
betrayed.
upgrade. And this could be you.
pointing at me.
Who's pointing at Logan?
He's pointing at Copy Logan.
And then you too could have something that's foursome.
Then you could come to play with your toupee. Anyway. Yeah, so she thinks of nothing. Okay.
She will just say, I'll look into it and see what I can come up with. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Not unless they become a council race. And then it's not going to happen if they don't listen to our advice about overexpanding and overreaching themselves.
The Elcor and Volus are council races, right?
Yes, even though they're not.
On the council, no. The council
Exactly.
race does not necessarily infer a position on the council.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, I hope they get that then. Then they'll have to obey.
So, is there precedent for some of their people being held outside before and then released?
I imagine they would not be so stupid.
Yeah, so...
Volus would be particularly easy to get back because they're a client race of the Turians, and also the ones responsible for keeping the entire galactic's currency and bank
Viable?
system going.
Yeah. They're the Jews of space.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Little round space Jews.
I wonder if humans still counted as like Turian, belonging to Turians because of their whole interaction thing.
I mean,
I know one human that
you want to
belongs
make them
a
a
Turian.
vassal of the
Because
Turian hierarchy?
if the Turians submitted the paperwork to be they're ours, and that's still in play because they haven't done it.
I don't like the idea that just in order to get her brother back as quickly and easy as possible, Rosa would sell her own species and basically enslave them to the Turians. It's perfect. It's too perfect.
Hey, look, when you're dealing with law, you've got to think outside the box and find a precedent that's very.
You humans are here because of me! I own your Jew ass!
So I guess I arrive with these guys.
Arrive with these guys.
That's where I'm heading. I'm heading right to where they are.
Uh,
Where Tiala and Rover is.
Rover hasn't turned up the ship yet.
yeah.
I was going to the ship, but Tess has now been doing all of the removal.
Yeah, I will see.
So Rosa's probably just taken the opportunity to wall store the CA8 and offload all of the heavy weapons.
You can be, if you want to be at the ship, you can be. Tiala, I believe, is mostly actually at the warehouse.
I'll be back at the ship by now because
Okay.
it's a not all the stuff stored at the warehouse. There's
No.
most of the stuff is stored at the ship. Just the extra stuff that we
So yeah, all the ready to go stuff's on the ship.
so.
And then because she stored the CA8, she will also be going through what is the instructions for the care and storage of the gas tanks. Are they supposed to be stored full? Do you empty them? And then just render it into that state for storage.
So yeah, Logan can find basically everybody at one of the two ships at the very least.
Oh, Rover, Ambassador Goyle wishes me to pass on her express and effulsive congratulations on your recent high honor.
Thank you. I have no idea who that is.
I like that Rosa doesn't even try. She's like, I just don't know who it is. I'm not even going to bother to know who the human ambassador to the Citadel is.
Ours or yours?
Yours.
Oh.
We don't tend to hire humans as ambassadors.
Well, you said Ambassador Goyle. I didn't really know whether it be human. It didn't sound very Turian.
Racist.
Well, just to be fair, most of the Turian names I've heard end in us.
Huh. Never noticed that. Has anyone seen Tiala around?
Not back here, but all of the stuff's already been and gone, so...
We could just say Tiala shows up now back from warehouse.
Why the long face?